The opinions expressed by the host and guest on this program are solely their own and do not represent the views or opinions of Blind United. We strive to provide diverse perspectives and discussions on our platform, but the opinions expressed should be understood as personal viewpoints and not reflective of Blind United as an organization.
It's time. It's time for
coffee time.
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 And here is your coffee time crew.
Well, good morning, everybody. It's a brand new week for us. It's Monday, and welcome back to Coffee Time with Blind United. So I got Miss Carol with me today, and then we got as he calls himself, a pinch hitter. George is hanging out with us today. So good morning, y'all.
Good morning, everyone.
¿Cómo estás todos aquí en Estados Unidos? And for you non-speaking English speakers, or hello.
Now, what did you say?
I don't know, something Chinese mixed with Puerto Rican and Portuguese. There you go.
You got a Mexican that don't speak Spanish. That's true.
I told folks, the listeners, before we got on there, I was telling Mr. Davis that the Coffee Time feels like a baseball team. Their star South American player is not in place, so they brought in the pitch hitter as a Mexican.
Whatever you say, George.
Anyway, how was your weekend, man?
It was all right. Just trying to relax and catch up on, some rest and relaxation over the weekend. So, just chill. What about you?
Miss Carol, let Miss Carol, ladies first.
Oh, for me, I just I did some yard work. Trim my hedges because the yard guys, I asked them to do it and they didn't. And I have a little electric hedger, so I went out there and trimmed my hedges and picked them up, utilized my metas to just kind of see if it would tell me where everything was. So I did some yard work and just kind of chilled,
But Miss Carol, you're blind. You can't do that.
Of course I can't. Really?
Right. Yeah, but anyways, I won't go into detail, but I had a very interesting conversation I told Mr. Davis over the weekend. But it's just amazing how people's thought processes are regarding politics. But other than that, my wife had me cleaning the house yesterday. So remember that commercial?
Your part of it.
I'm sorry?
Doing your part of cleaning the house.
No, remember that commercial, Take Me Away, Calgon, or whatever it was?
Yeah. Get in that tub of hot water with that Calgon powder.
But you know what? I found out to make the water heat faster, you pee. It makes the water go faster.
Lord have mercy.
No, I've never tried that or been interested in anything other than a toilet. Occasionally, just depending on how I party, maybe outside.
There you go.
That's about it.
Lord have mercy.
P. Diddy.
Is this a sign of what the week is going to be like? I mean,
it's George. It's him.
Blame it on George.
Yeah.
So anyway, tonight we do have an interest group for you. We got our most popular group, actually, is our support group with Dominic Martin. So tonight his topic is talking to our inner self. Okay, so we got different things going on inside of us, and being able to communicate with those pieces. Hey, that's a new thing. I didn't know we could do that. But anyway, he's going to teach us how to do that tonight. So come on out, hang out with us at 6 p.m. Pacific time, and maybe we'll all be amazed, right?
Isn't it also known as schizophrenia?
I don't know, George.
Okay, so you just have to talk to your inner self.
You would be a little bit more familiar with that than me.
See, folks, you bring me in, and you bring a drunk, blind Mexican in, see what happens.
Okay, but anyway, so our first article today is about some legislation that is moving through Washington, something we've been trying to get for a very, very, very long time. So we are going to go ahead and run this one, and then we'll talk about it on the other side.
Hey, Blind United crew, grab your first cup as the Coffee Time crew gets into this first article. In today's headlines, a major piece of legislation is making its way through Congress, and it has significant implications for the blind and visually impaired community. The proposed Digital Accessibility Act of 2025, or DA, is gaining bipartisan attention as it aims to modernize and strengthen digital accessibility standards across the United States. This isn't just another tech bill. It represents a fundamental push to ensure that the digital world is as accessible as the physical one. For years, the legal landscape for website and app accessibility has been a gray area, often relying on interpretations of the Americans with Disabilities Act, ADA, which was written long before the internet became central to our daily lives. This has led to inconsistent compliance and countless barriers for screen reader users trying to do everything from online banking and shopping to applying for jobs and accessing healthcare portals. The DA seeks to end this ambiguity by establishing clear, enforceable national standards for web and mobile accessibility, likely aligning with the latest Web Content Accessibility Guidelines, WCAG. The primary impact on our community is profound. If passed, the DA would mandate that all new and significantly updated websites and mobile applications from public-facing businesses and government agencies be fully accessible. This means developers would have to prioritize accessibility from the ground up, rather than treating it as an afterthought. For the blind community, this translates to more independence, greater access to information, and, crucially, expanded employment opportunities. As remote work becomes more common, a digitally accessible workplace is no longer a luxury, but a necessity for equal participation in the workforce. Of course, the bill is not without its critics. Some small business associations have raised concerns about the potential costs of implementation and the technical challenges they might face. Proponents of the bill, however, argue that the long-term economic benefits of including millions of customers with disabilities far outweigh the initial investment. They also point to the growing availability of accessibility tools and resources that can help developers build inclusive products more efficiently. The conversation around the DA is highlighting a critical intersection of technology, civil rights, and economic policy. This legislation paints a picture of a future where digital equality isn't just an ideal, but a legally protected right for everyone. What are your thoughts on this? We'd love to hear them. Now back to the Coffee Time crew for their thoughts. Hey, Blind United crew.
Right. Didn't know I had that on loop. Anyway, excuse me for that one, but anyway, I mean, no, this has been an issue for us from day one. I mean, again, once the internet became mainstream, and I mean, ADA was already out there, but again, digital accessibility wasn't even a thought at that point, right? And I'm being honest, this is one of the things that there are major numbers on litigation going on across the country because of so many websites and stuff being inaccessible. I mean, it just makes it really hard for us in our community, especially using those adaptive software, screen readers, and stuff like that. Just a lot of things are not accessible. I mean, they're saying, okay, well, if you pass this law, it's going to put extra burden on extra other people. No, all of this technology is already there. I mean, it's all about coding at this point, right? Mm-hmm. And these web developers and stuff, they already know what to do in most cases. Many of website designers and stuff that I've talked to, I mean, there's simple ways to create a website where you don't have to do a whole lot, but there's also coding that can help the more in depth websites, right? But again, it's all about coding, and they know, and 9 times out of 10, knowing that this is the thing that we have to meet this, what is it, WAG3 or whatever it is, WGA3 or whatever. But bottom line, they tell them, okay, look, we can make it fully accessible, but it's going to cost you, a couple extra bucks. And nine times out of 10, they turn it down. I mean, to the point to where I've even talked to web developers that have said they make them sign a form stating they refused to do that so that they can't come back on them and sue them for creating an inaccessible website for the company, right? So, but I mean, again, it's all about trying to make a level playing field, make the accessibility easy for us. I mean, in today's digital world, a lot of our stuff is done on the internet, and we need to have an accessible, internet as well as accessible websites in order to conduct our business on a daily basis. So, anyway, what you got on it, Kel?
I mean, I agree with you. I'm from the era like you, where a lot of that stuff it just wasn't accessible. And I actually, part of the insurance company that I worked at, I was actually a programmer. This is way before the internet. We had WAN and landlines, and I would code all of this stuff for the data entry operators to actually key into the CR2T system. And then when some of the web systems were trying to come out that we use with the WAN and LAN, you had to troubleshoot and code things that just didn't work. And that's basically all that they're doing now. You're right. And it's accessible. I mean, that's the first thing that people say to you when you call. Go on the website, and then the website is not accessible. That's whether you're paying your bills or doing your banking or setting up a doctor's appointment or whatever. Everything is on the web. Nobody wants to talk to you no more. Nobody wants to take you step by step no more. They want you to go on the website, which is supposed to be so much easier for everyone else but us visual people. And, the coding is there. And they do have you sign a waiver, where you're not going to be liable based on what didn't work, as far as suing and things of that sort comes into play. But yeah, it's out there. It's a simple fix. It may cost a little bit more at the beginning, but once all of these accessibility things are made available for us, it's cheaper because they're going to have more participation because now we're able to access it. So I think that this is something wonderful, that it's an easy fix. Just put out the money so that we can be contributing worthwhile individuals that we know we are.
Right. And another reason that I believe is moving through, Washington is also, for once, the two major organizations, NFB, ACB, they both agree. So
Mm-hmm.
therefore,
Mm-hmm.
Washington D.C. really doesn't get a whole lot of, you know, they're not going to get any feedback from one organization over the other about this. So anyway, George, I know you've done a lot down in El Paso for web accessibility around there and stuff like that, especially within the city of El Paso. Does this mean that once they pass this, that bottom line is just automatic that all brand new web development is going to be accessible and all existing web content is going to have to be made accessible?
Well, I think that was, one of the things about the ADA that people forget or businesses forget that, one of the caveats is if it's cost prohibitive, right? That business can literally say, well, I can't do it. But with this new bill, and now, with even with the introduction of AI, those tools are readily available. It's not like it's like, oh, well, it's cost prohibitive. And I think what you kind of mentioned in the past, Mr. Davis, in your background, I think the biggest problem would be enforcement. Once this bill is passed, well, go back to the ADA. It's been, what, 35 years? So I guess, the main key would be enforcement, accountability, and how are they going to track the process, for example, the new websites? Is there going to be some type of mechanism where it'll trigger something where a developer or webmaster will say, oops, it's not accessible, but I have the tool, now AI, because to me, that was a how can I say, an excuse in the past. Well, coding or HTML coding or whatever, or JavaScript, or it doesn't matter. Now with the introduction of AI, and hopefully with this bill, maybe that'll kind of elevate the process of how to make the websites accessible. Because sometimes, like you said, Mr. Davis and Ms. Carroll, it's easy. It's coding. I mean, no, I guess the only reason why I'm saying that is because we've been there, right?
Right.
We've
Yeah.
been in those conversations with web
Been
developers.
fighting this battle for years.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm
Yeah. Just finally
Been,
now I think we have one voice and they listened.
And see, a lot of times what happens, folks, those who are sighted, they'll come to us, and we had this conversation. I know Carol and Mr. Davis. Well, that website's accessible, guys. What are you talking about? You could increase the contrast. You could increase the font. You could put, I mean, you name it. And I'm like, but the buttons are not labeled.
Nope. It just
and
says
all that's
button.
good for people that can see contrast and text size and all that. That don't do me any good because I can't.
Hmm
People,
Me either.
listen, y'all gonna think I'm crazy, but I literally do not have a monitor sitting here with my computer. I do not use a monitor.
I
Why?
believe.
It's not gonna do me any good.
You
Hmm
don't need one.
Yep.
It's
You
not
know,
touch. It's not a touch type. So why would you have one? Because
you
there's
know.
nothing you can see on it.
I mean, again, I do have my, my HDMI cord, whatever it is, plugged into my TV for those instances when I absolutely have to have somebody come in and help me out with something. Then they can turn on the TV and see what I'm doing and tell me where I need to go, what button I need to click, whatever, stuff like that. But again, we don't see the screen. So all of them adjustments you got, a lot of these, what we call, I call them snake oil, but they call them, what is it? Overlays for various websites. Most of them are just for sighted stuff.
Yeah.
Once you get into the,
Right.
into the screen reader side of it, they don't do us any good at all. I mean,
But
thank God for the visually impaired, but what about us?
But what
Right.
happens, Mr. Davis, is a lot of times the sighted world, so to speak, right? The tech guys and the web builders and web developers, until they're impacted personally on that level, and then they'll understand. Otherwise, they could care less. Now, it's not saying that they don't care less. It says they don't understand the importance. I should rephrase that, right? By the way, Mr. Paul Howard says, "Good morning, everyone,"
Good
Good
morning,
morning,
Paul.
Paul.
and Mr. Mike Palimat says,
Okay, good morning, Mike.
Good
he says
morning.
hello. And then Miss Veronica Valdez is watching, so sorry about that, Mr. But anyways,
Good
at the end of
morning,
the day, I
Veronica.
just really think years from now, I mean, with the introduction of, no, I shouldn't say years from now, several years, let's say 2 or 3 years from now, I think there's going to be a universal mechanism, if that's the good, or tool, where a developer could just click on a button and boom, it'll make things accessible with alt text. And I really believe that. I really, really do. Because now we have third party apps that guide and whatnot, which should not take over the responsibility of a web builder. But I think it's getting there. I honestly believe it'll get there.
Now
I
I
mean,
have I
go ahead,
have
Cal.
gone on I'm sorry. I have gone on the website in Safari, and it said if you were visually impaired and needed a screen reader or something similar to that, click on the button. And I clicked on the button, but it didn't work.
No, yeah, I've
Never
been there.
does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it never does. I mean,
Yeah.
so again, that's going to be the big thing, like George saying, enforcement. How is this going to be enforced? Now, I do
Right.
know there are tools out there that you can punch your website in it and it'll give you a printout of everything that's wrong as far as
hmm
accessibility wise of your
Hmm.
website.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
hate to go here, but you can do the same thing with the major AI models,
Yep.
the ChatGPT, Gemini, whatever. You can feed that HTTP in there, and and it will actually analyze your website. And if as long as you tell it, let me know what accessibility issues there are on this website, it'll give you a report on that. You
Oh
know what I'm
wow.
saying?
And I've
And
seen it.
then
Mr. Davis showed me Miss Carol, and it was cool. I'm like, oh, what the heck?
Wow.
It was neat. It
That's
was.
good though.
you
Because
know
even before I lost my sight, the screen, it is important. I would either do on my phone inversion where it would be, because I did better with a black background and white letters. But once I lost it all, it's like that didn't matter to me. I
Yeah.
don't care about the contrast or the
Right,
sharpness or none of that. It didn't matter because I couldn't see anything.
right. So, all right. Well, we at the end of this segment, and I'm gonna jump up, get up here, and do a do a couple of these promos, and then we'll be right back with you.
If you'd like to know more about Blind United, you can visit our website at blindunited.org. You can email us at info@blindunited.org. You can call us at 909-846-8825. You can follow us on Instagram at Blind United Interest Groups. You can follow us on X at Blind United 22. You can watch our YouTube channel, Blind United. You could join our Facebook group, Blind United Interest Groups, or you can follow our Facebook page, Blind United. Did you know that people in third world countries do not have access to canes? The You Can Give initiative gives canes to people all over the world who cannot get canes. The You Can Give initiative not only goes to these countries and gives people canes, but they give people canes and a digital recorder that is solar powered that has instructions on how to use the cane and instructions on how to repair the cane. The You Can Give initiative is a very worthy cause, giving canes to blind people all over the world. If you have a cane that you're no longer using, or a cane that's broken or bent, you can go to youcangive.org and get a shipping label, and you can ship your cane to Jimmy in Tennessee, and he will refurbish it and give your cane to a blind person in a third world country. That website again is youcangive.org.
You know, it's really crazy to believe that here we are in the 21st century and people still don't have, you know, the necessity of a cane. You know what I'm saying? The simple mobility tool that most of us use is our primary navigation device, right? But anyway, I appreciate Jimmy and all he does, and we're going to support him as long as he continues to do this work. Very important work. We're going to continue to support him. So anyway, this next one, we were just talking about how AI can do a lot of stuff. So we're going to hear some more stuff about AI and how it is actually helping us out already.
Hey, Blind United crew, grab your last cup as the Coffee Time crew gets into this final article. Beyond the halls of government and the boardrooms of major corporations, rapid innovation in artificial intelligence is creating powerful new tools that are having a direct and personal impact on daily life for the blind and visually impaired community. One of the most significant recent developments comes from a collaboration between the eyewear company Solos and the vision assistance technology firm Envision, resulting in the new Ally Solos glasses. These aren't just glasses with a camera. They're a sophisticated wearable assistant designed to interpret the visual world for the user. Integrating multiple AI services, including ChatGPT and other large language models, the glasses can perform a remarkable range of tasks. By using a high-definition camera built into the lightweight frame, a user can simply ask a question and receive an audible description of their surroundings. This can be as simple as reading a menu in a restaurant or a flyer in the mail, or as complex as describing the scene at a busy park, including identifying if a bench is free. This technology represents a major leap from earlier tools. While apps like Be My Eyes have been revolutionary in connecting blind users with sighted volunteers, the integration of advanced AI into wearable technology offers a new level of immediacy and independence. There's no need to initiate a call. The assistance is always on, ready to process information. For navigation, this means identifying street signs and building numbers in real time. For shopping, it means being able to identify products on a shelf. The glasses can even provide background information on landmarks, like describing a statue in a plaza. This surge in AI-powered assistive technology is creating a new ecosystem of tools that empower users with more information and control than ever before. Products like the Ally Solos glasses, Microsoft's Seeing AI app, and other emerging technologies are moving accessibility from a feature that is added on to the core purpose of the product itself. While data privacy and the accuracy of AI models remain important considerations, the pace of development is undeniably exciting. This paints a picture of a future where the barriers of the visual world can be increasingly overcome by intelligent, wearable technology, fostering greater independence and richer engagement with the world around us. What are your thoughts on this? We'd love to hear them. Now back to the Coffee Time crew for their thoughts.
Well, my first thought is Ed, you screwing up today. I evidently mislabeled these articles as I loaded them in. So this is not the final article, which it should have been, but I played it in second place. So anyway, again, AI, I love it. I love what it's doing for our community. I use it a lot. I mean, I don't know a lot about these Ally Solo glasses. I'm not mistaken, aren't these Envision, George? The Ally Solo glasses?
Yeah, and then, well, my phone's talking. Sorry. The only reason I know I kind of did some research because this weekend I'm doing a presentation on AI, and I know this question is going to come up. But these glasses, yes, they're part of Envision, which they were kind of financially hurting. But the problem that I see, Ms. Carroll, Mr. Davis, and the viewers is that why do we have to pay to have the equal playing field? What I mean by that is the subscription based. These are subscription based glasses. They're $3.99 pre-order. You get a year of subscription for free. Thereafter, it's $24 a month, which equates to what, $300 a month, a year. So in that sense, you're purchasing the glasses for $400, and the first year you get the subscription free. Thereafter, you have to pay $300. So in 2 years, that glass is going to cost you almost $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the problem. You know, I see the great innovation of AI in these glasses, and actually the weight. I think the glasses, the Meta Ray-Bans weigh like 48 grams, and these weigh just a little bit less. So they're going to be lighter. But my thing is that the extra cost. Yeah, $24, folks, is a lot, especially when you're in a strict base, income. So I agree with Mike. Mike said the same thing about being subscription based. So I don't know. What do you guys think? I just think that it's a great tool, but if it's made affordable.
So I'm sorry, Carol. So these Ally Solos are not necessarily Envision?
Well, they're Envision, but the Solo is the brand. It's like Meta and the Ray-Ban. So Envision is the company.
Solo is putting the glasses out for Envision.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I got it now.
Mm-hmm.
I got it. Okay. Yeah, and then to me, from what I've heard, this Ally is not really all that accessible. And I mean, I'm just being honest. It's my opinion on this, right? Just because I've had my hands on them, the last model of the Envision glasses wasn't no more than a module. It was just hung on the side of your face with some really, really, really thin wire, what you want to call frames, if you want to even call them frames, that you could wear over the top of your glasses, I guess. But if that's the lightweight frame they talking about?
No, these are going to be actual glasses. They say Solo is a brand. It's like a designer brand, I guess. And they're going to actually be plastic, or not plastic. Well, like the Meta Ray-Ban, they're a little bit smaller, the size, but it's going to be wearable glasses. Now, we have to also remember this, guys, and Mike kind of remind me right now, the Apple is coming out, and how much are they going to be, right? But the point is, right now, for me, my comment would be, regards to that, Mr. Davis and Ms. Carroll, right now, the biggest barrier for any newcomer to the glasses is the price, right? Because right now, Meta has everybody buy it. You could get, now, actually, guys, you could get Meta Ray-Bans by like $240, I heard, on Amazon. So when the new glasses come out, they have to compete with that already, the price.
Right.
So I just
But there's no subscription with Meta,
No.
so that's another beauty
That's
thing.
another thing, yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And again, the metas are working, like Carol was saying. She took hers, went out there today, and did some over the weekend, and did some gardening. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You
Yeah, I
know, so,
actually, started cutting my hedges, and I'm like, let me call a volunteer. And they're like, go a little bit to the left. I'm like, is it even? Because I want it to be looking nice. Now I'm sure my neighbors were wondering, what the hell is she doing? But it's like, hey, I told my
And you did,
yard
Miss
guys to
Carol.
do it,
Amen.
and they lied to me. I asked the young man when he came to the door to get the money, did you cut my hedges? And he said, yes. I know what it sounds like when you cutting hedges that have gas, because I used to do my yard, so I knew they didn't do it, and I couldn't catch them, so they left. So I'm like, shit, I still have my hedge cutters. They're electric, but I can plug them up and go out there, and I utilized it. But
right.
I was concerned too about the price. As far as the name brand of all these smart glasses, but like George has started out, the price. Why do we have to pay extra for things that they can easily fix? And these glasses, like you were saying, Ed, even if they are comfortable, like the Ray-Bans, George, I don't want to pay 1,000 and then have a subscription. I mean, 24, that's $25. That's $300 a year just to keep this upgraded. The visual ones, the ones that were made for vision people, the metas, they
Mm-hmm.
were reasonable. And I have been just so graciously gifted through the scholarship, through Blind United, that I am utilizing these babies. But they're made for visual people, and see how cheap they are. And we utilize them because they're working for us. I mean, note to everyone who's trying to make something for visually impaired people: make it cheaper,
And
and
one
you
thing I
will
forgot to
sell
mention, Mr.
more.
Davis, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention this. 'Cause I was going to my notes real quick. And then one thing they did mention, the developers of the Envision glasses, supposedly down the road, they are in discussion with Be My Eyes and IRA to include them in the glasses. But again, my, I guess, pushback on that would be, like I said before, the subscription, because $300 a year,
Yeah,
that's a
yeah.
lot in subscription
That's
just
a
for,
lot of cheese.
yeah, it is. And crackers and peanut butter. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, again, it's and in today's world, I mean, with all these other subscriptions, I mean, again, as my the AI in my bank app keeps telling me, subscriptions add up.
Hmm.
I mean, they do. I mean, you think about, $25 a month here, $20 a month there, $10 a month there, $5 a month somewhere else. Okay, well, we right at $50 now.
Yeah.
Okay, that's $50 a month. Man, come on, that's no. I'm good. I mean, that's over $500 a year. I mean, this is $600 a year at $50 a month. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
It
You know what I'm
is.
saying? When you're talking about all of these subscriptions, that we ain't even talked about, folks
The
in the
extras.
streaming
Hmm.
subscriptions. Okay, well, now the new thing is, well, don't get a cable package, just subscribe to the ones you want. Okay, well, again, they add up.
Yeah.
Okay, and chances are, by the time you get through selecting all of them you want, you might have been cheaper getting a cable plan. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? I mean, I gave up TV like that a long time ago, but again, all of that stuff adds up. So, all of these extra subscriptions, when again, I get it with, Envision is a proprietary AI model that, they're only given access to it through these solo glasses. So therefore, solo is going to make the money on the glasses, and Envision is going to make the money on the subscription.
Yep.
That's
Hmm.
basically what it breaks down to,
You know,
Yeah.
Miss Davis, okay, Miss Carol.
No, 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 no. That I was just agreeing, saying that it's a partnership, basically.
Well, I
That's
was
what
going
it
to say,
is.
the thing that, so, going back to what I said earlier, I'm going to do a presentation on AI. So I went to, this weekend going to the different apps. Now, Mr. Davis and Miss Carol, have you tried, like you were saying, that the Ally, unless I downloaded the wrong app, that thing's, I don't know. It's very difficult to use as a blind person because one of the things you have to do is do CAPTCHA, believe it or not. I'm like, well, seriously? But the thing is, it's not as engaging as Envision or Be My Eyes or Seeing AI or Peekaboo. I mean, all these easy apps. Allies, I don't know. It was kind of rough. It's rough on the iPhone. I'm not sure if it's the same on the glasses.
Oh wow.
I mean, if just listening to you guys, I mean, of course, I have not done it because number one, again, I'm not a big fan of what Envision does. I mean, I was when they first came out with the Envision AI app. I actually preferred that over seeing AI.
Mm-hmm.
But again, once they started going into these glasses and stuff, and then they want to break them down and do, oh, okay, well, for just this, you can get these glasses for $1,500, but all they'll do is read. You know,
Right.
now, okay, now they had these other glasses. They want to say that the full package. Okay, those are $2,500, $3,000 or more, right?
Mm.
So again, that has the full AI stuff in it, right? I'm good. I'm not going there, So, like I said, when the metas came out and the rumors started hitting that that we could use them, man, I got to get me a pair. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? And I started hearing people talking about them, talking about them, talking about. I was, you know what?
I
To
called you. Remember,
hell,
I got him back in September when I'm like, holy snipe. Oh, well, actually, I said another word. I called Mr. Davis, and the thing is that people don't realize the independence you get from technology is right, Mr. Davis, Mr.
Yes.
Carroll.
yeah.
Yes.
People don't understand it until they see that aha moment, like, oh wow, I could see that now, and I could read that document without having to wait for
Mm-hmm.
my wife, or it's a
All of
cool.
that stuff.
Yeah.
It just opens the world up to so many more things.
And by me living alone, especially, I used to have to, when I first became blind, sit around and wait on something. I don't have time for that. I need to have that done right NOW now.
Yes, ma'am.
And I don't want to have to wait. So I don't wait. I go out there and I utilize it. And if that particular AI thing don't work, I pull out this one or I use this one, but I'm getting it done.
Amen.
It's time. And it does give you a sense of independence and completion.
Well, exactly. I mean, you feel a lot more better about yourself and all this stuff. You
Hmm.
know what? You got that sense of accomplishment. Hey, I got that done by myself. I didn't need nobody. Yada yada yada. I
Don't you
mean,
hate
And
that,
now
Mr.
I'm the
Davis?
talk of the neighborhood, I'm sure, because them hedges, man, that volunteers say they look good. And they didn't know I was talking through my glasses. So they probably say, how the did she do that? Because that really looks good. I thought she ain't blind.
It's funny you say that because I was on the bus, the paratransit this weekend or Friday or whenever it was, and I was talking to myself on my glasses, and I'm like, you know what? I better tell the driver. So when I got off, I told the driver, ma'am, just to let you know I'm not crazy. I was talking to my glasses. Even that comment sounds crazy, right? I'm talking to my
Right.
glasses, but
Well, it's like when we first got the cell phones. Hello, hey, how you doing? And like, and they somebody on the phone. I say, shit, oops, sorry, y'all. I thought they
oh,
were talking to me.
yep.
especially if you have the Bluetooth in your ear and they
Yeah, we have
can't
that
see it.
Bluetooth in.
Oh Lord, call them in with the white coat because these guys are not talking to themselves.
But you know what? You know what's real funny? I told my wife real quick, guys. You, especially us, Miss Carol, Mr. Davis, we appreciate what I'm about to say. When I was young, if you would have told me before you leave, make sure your glasses, your watch, and your phone are charged, I want to be like, what the heck? Are you crazy or what?
Right.
So,
And you have
But
a battery pack with you.
yeah.
yeah, I mean, you got to have all that stuff with you nowadays.
Because it
It's just
runs a lot. It takes a lot of juice from your
Just to
stuff.
let you know, the feed on Facebook is skipping real bad. So just to let you know that.
I've met it. They're good in some things and not so good in other things. So
Mhm.
what can we say? We're at the
Right.
mercy of their algorithm,
Amen.
Right.
right?
Right.
So I mean, but again, if they want to do anything, as far as the AI is concerned, for me, I mean, again, the AI is working. It needs to have, a little bit more. It needs to learn more as we use it. It's not necessarily retaining information it's getting from our feedback with it, our interactions with it. Number one. Number two, man, y'all got to do something to increase this battery life because, man, the metas, I mean, again, myself personally, I might have to put mine. When now that I'm wearing them all day, every day, I literally have to throw them in the case. A couple, 2, 3 times a day to
Right.
charge them back up. Because it's not like I'm on the phone consistently. It's not like I'm using live AI consistently. But, from periodically, I have to fire up live AI. And then, of course, if somebody calls me, I'm going to answer that call.
Of course.
But I'm not just sitting there on the phone for a couple hours, anymore, hopefully. But anyway, that's what they can do for me.
Well, no, the new metas or the new metas. Well, yeah, the Meta Oakleys, they have extended hours, so battery life. So they have to do. No, of course, there's a little extra cost to that. By the way, we're running on Facebook. We're stuttering, but on YouTube we're good. But anyways, yeah, Mr. Davis, I think, and they have external. Have you seen these accessories for your Meta Ray bands, where you could actually extend the battery, or even have it where it doesn't. I don't know how they do it, but supposedly the battery lasts for hours and hours and hours. So I don't know how they do that, but there's
I'm not as
accessories.
sure about it either, but I know I heard Pedro talking about they had something where you can hook onto the arm and the glass. It's supposed
Yeah,
to
I'm not gonna
help
be
with
walking around. No, no, no.
I mean,
Oh, where
again,
you put it
well,
in
and
front
that
of
was
your
the one.
nose,
That was the thing. It was, because that's where the charging
the ports
connections
are.
are,
Hmm.
and is in the bridge of the glasses, and so they had this little thing you put in there, and now you got a cord hanging down in front of your face. I ain't doing all that. So
No.
anyway, let's move on. We're at the end of this segment, so let me. We'll be back with you after a couple of these promos.
Hey, coffee time crew, we got something new. Support the mission and look fresh too. Fresh rock that blue with the logo in white. Blind United shirts, yeah, they feeling right. Just 20 to a hand and you're part of the cause. Helping blind folks level up, no pause cars. From Jaws with Andy to Hall Ace Tips. Support group love and crochet kits. Movie nights rolling, the vibes are lit. Every shirt you buy helps all of it. So cop that tee, be proud to wear. You're lifting up lives with every pair. Email us now, don't let it slide. Info at Blind United or join the pride.
Hustling jingles, $10 a shots. Birthday beats and holiday knocks. Gotcha covered for the ones you love. Personalized joy like a custom glove. Get your jingle hot and fresh. Info at blindunited.org. $10 only, no more, no less. We make memories you can't afford. Got a catchy tune for your babe. Poppin' beats like dreams we crave. For Mama's Day or Papa's cheer, let's make smiles from ear to ear. Get your jingle hot and fresh. Info at blindunited.org. $10 only, no more, no less. We make memories you can't afford.
Well, I guess you can call those our begging promos or whatever you want to call it.
By the way,
I
Mr.
mean,
Davis, interrupt you, but I think Meta got mad that we're discussing the Innovision. So our Facebook live feed is no more. It's gone. So we're still on YouTube. So
oh well.
Oh, wow.
Sorry to hear that, but anyway,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I mean, again, those are just a couple different things we're selling. Our T-shirts as well as our jingles. All of that stuff is out there for you folks to purchase to help us continue to do the work that we're doing within Blind United for free to our community. So we appreciate it if you come out and help us out and make one of those purchases.
And the
So,
t-shirts are fly, y'all. I'm telling you.
well, I appreciate it, Carol. They are royal blue with a white logo, so they're really really nice looking shirts, and they're nice
Mm-hmm.
quality shirts, American Apparel shirts. So they're
Yeah,
100% cotton.
they
So we
feel good.
trying to give you guys quality products. So
Feel good on your skin.
let's jump into this last article, and this one here is about travel. American Airlines says they're stepping up to the plate, and they're trying to do a couple things here to make a making air flight, air travel a lot more accessible for us.
Hey, Blind United crew, grab your next cup as the Coffee Time crew gets into this second article. Shifting from government policy to the corporate world, a real-world example of progress is unfolding in the travel industry. United Airlines has become a prominent case study in how a major carrier can meaningfully improve accessibility, particularly for passengers who are blind or have low vision. These efforts go beyond basic compliance and demonstrate a dedicated strategy to enhance the entire travel experience. A cornerstone of their initiative has been the complete overhaul of the United Airlines mobile app. In collaboration with the National Federation of the Blind and other advocacy groups, United invested heavily in redesigning their app to be fully accessible to screen reader users. Today, the app allows blind passengers to independently manage nearly every aspect of their journey, from booking flights and selecting seats to checking in, accessing boarding passes, and receiving real-time flight notifications. This collaboration ensures that the features are not just technically compliant, but genuinely usable and intuitive for those who rely on assistive technology. The commitment extends into the cabin as well. As part of its United Next fleet modernization, the airline is introducing new seatback entertainment systems designed to be the most accessible in the industry. These systems feature options like text-to-speech for navigation, high-contrast text modes, color correction, and magnification capabilities. This allows blind and low-vision passengers to enjoy the same in-flight entertainment options as their sighted peers, a part of the travel experience that has often been inaccessible. These actions by United Airlines highlight a crucial point. Progress is most effective when corporations move beyond a compliance-only mindset and actively partner with the communities they serve. While regulations like the Air Carrier Access Act set a minimum standard, initiatives like these show a deeper understanding that accessibility is a vital component of customer service and a smart business decision. By investing in an inclusive experience, United is building loyalty with a large and often underserved segment of the traveling public, setting a competitive benchmark for other airlines to follow. The collaboration between United and advocacy groups paints a picture of a future where corporate initiatives are directly shaped by the lived experiences of travelers with disabilities, leading to truly meaningful change. What are your thoughts on this? We'd love to hear them. Now back to the Coffee Time crew for their thoughts.
Your mic is out if you're trying to speak, Ed. But I think that this is wonderful, the way that it's going, and wouldn't it be great if United Airlines would sponsor Blind United? I generally don't fly. Uh, United Airlines, but I do. It's because they're a little pricey. But now that I know that they have this accessibility, this might be a route, a route that I may start doing. What do you think, George?
Yeah, I think, after a while, you know, even though it's 35 years after the sign this is the ADA, right? I think a lot of these companies are going to catch on that, people with disabilities do come into, do pay into society, and so I think we're off of YouTube too now. To be honest with you,
Wow.
we're off. I know we're off of Facebook because it said in the very top. But right now
Uh-huh.
on YouTube, it's not streaming either.
It's not
So I'm not sure
streaming.
if Mr. Davis is here.
No, I didn't hear him. That's why I had jumped in.
Yeah, I think we're off. I think we're off. I think he.
We off
Hey, let me
completely.
check. I only says Facebook, but right now.
Y'all hear me
Anyway,
now?
Yes, we can hear you now. We sure can,
Okay.
Ed.
So anyway, I'm sorry. I mean, again, like I said, I'm glad to see that they redid their app. I hope they redid their website. Also, I don't know what they're talking about as far as, okay, hey, I'm glad for, the low vision folks that, they got all of these adjustments on the little seat back monitors now where people can watch movies. They don't have that movie monitor screen way up in the front of the plane anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, That's a false statement to say that blind and visually impaired people can enjoy it, because unless you got audio description, we're not enjoying the movie. I'm
That's
sorry,
right.
it's just not happening. But you say we're off everywhere now, George?
No, well, now we're back on YouTube, but on Facebook, we're off because it says on the very top. But anyways, yes, Mr. Davis, you're correct. I mean, once these companies, and I say these companies, I guess the the companies that take our money, once they start understanding that the more they accommodate us in any spectrum of their services, we're gonna come, we're gonna spend our money, because now for example, American Airlines, hey, you know what, or a restaurant that has accessible menus. It's not all about just the restroom being accessible, folks. It's also
No,
about their information being accessible too.
everything else. And like
Hmm.
And
Ed was saying, even on the plane, you're right. I mean, if it's not audio descriptive, we can't enjoy the movie, no matter how much you can hear. It's still not giving us a description of what we need in order to
well,
enjoy it the way that you
well,
enjoy it.
and the sad part about this is here we are. We're giving United props for taking that step, right? But
Right.
again, why do we have to tell you? You know what I'm
True.
saying? It should be automatic. I mean,
Automatic.
the article we did up first. Again, all of this is digital accessibility. Okay, if it was mandatory, then we wouldn't be congratulating people for taking that step. I mean, right now, because we're grateful for everybody that does, we're doing that. But again, it should be a standard all the way across the board. I don't care whether it's a web application or whether it's a phone application. You know what I'm saying? You still need to make this stuff digitally accessible to us. I mean, like George said, once you do that, and we appreciate it, now we know, okay, we can come to your restaurant and we can, have accessible menus, or, we can go to your website and you might be selling clothing or whatever. Now we can make that purchase, you might be a travel agency. Now we can go and we can book that trip, you know.
But
Uh,
Mr. Davis,
Go
it
ahead.
shouldn't be. It shouldn't be an exemption. Like, oh wow, look at American Airlines.
That's
It
what I'm
should be like
saying.
a
Or
norm.
United Airlines, rather, not America.
I'm sorry, United. It should be a norm.
Right.
Part
But
of
That's what I'm
just
saying. That's
but
regular
exactly what I'm
processing.
saying.
that's why they should the best companies have inclusion with everyone. That means you got somebody blind, somebody that's in a wheelchair, somebody that's gay, somebody that's straight, somebody that's of a different type of religion. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Include everyone, because everyone has a different view. And once you start including everyone, at least their point of view, even if you're not going to hire them, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Uh, it helps your business grow. Okay, these even setting areas, in your restaurant, make the aisles wider because we use our canes. Certain things, just little bitty things like that help out a whole lot. And all you got to do is just ask questions,
Hmm.
or include us as part of the development process.
Well, I mean, again, and that's, some folks do, some folks don't. The more majority of people do not,
Do
and
not.
that's a big problem. I hate to do a shameless plug here, but that's exactly why we do what we do. Especially with our upcoming event on October 11th, our Walk a Mile in Our Shoes event, the challenge, right?
Right.
Because now we're bringing people out there that are sighted, whether it's be friends and family members of folks within the community, or whether it's, our local politicians, legislators, national politicians, and so on and so forth. We want them to experience what it's like to live life as a blind person, right?
Right.
That way, when we come to them and we tell them we need this digital accessibility, there's no doubt in their mind. They're going to, oh, you know what? I totally understand now. You know what I'm saying?
Mr. J, can I say one quick thing just to kind of highlight what you just said? It's like society individuals don't understand. Like when I first met my wife, I would tell her, kind of not get mad, but kind of frustrated when she would move stuff, right? Like my cup or whatever. And I told her, babe, don't move it. And she would, why you getting, why do you have to be so picky? I'm like, it's not that. It's I'm blind. I remember I left it in this spot, but if you move it, I can't find it. And she says, oh, okay, now I understand. But it's just the point, like you just said, Mr. Davis. Until you experience it, then you understand. Like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know why he uses a white cane to go this way. So that's what.
Right. I mean, and I had that issue of, I had my son here with me for a while, and he called all of my issues petty. I was, oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. When you pile all of these little petty things up on one pile, it becomes a major issue.
Yes, it does.
Okay. I mean, I was talking to my grandson yesterday. Went, I had was in the kitchen getting ready to make me something to eat, and I went and slid the sliding door open, and somebody left the screen door halfway open. So when I reached out to, drop the trash in the can, I bumped my head, and I'm cussing and carrying on. And my grandpa, what's wrong? I said, well, somebody didn't realize there's blind people in the house and left the door halfway open, not realizing I can't see that, And then I started explaining to him, I got nicks and scratches and scars all over my forehead since I first became blind and started learning how to use my cane. Some of it's my fault because I didn't know how to use my cane. I was still learning. But nowadays, no, it's all about somebody else now.
Mr. Davis, Miss Carol, have you ever had that run your chin against the dishwasher door?
No, I don't have a dishwasher. I'm gonna tell you what I used to do. It's a natural for when I drop something on the floor to just bend down and pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had dropped the dish towel. I'm washing the dishes. I dropped the dish towel. So I naturally bend down to pick it up. Forgot the cabinet was there.
Mm-hmm.
I realized that I could be a football player because I have a hell of a forehead. Do you hear me? I should have knocked myself out as hard as I hit my head on that. But now I know to raise my hand every time I go down. But naturally, you don't think to do that because I've never done that until I almost knocked myself out.
I've done
but
that. Yes,
little bitty things just like that will teach you real quick.
Oh, yeah. You got to put your hands out there.
You got to put your hand out. I've almost poked my eye out because see, around my house, I don't need my cane. I know my house. I only use my cane when I go outside. So, I might clip a little wow coming in through a room or what have you if I'm moving too fast because I just know my surroundings. I've been here 30 years. But even being here 30 years, when you bend down and pick up something and don't put your hand down there, guess what? You can bump your head real hard.
Yeah.
And if I had knocked myself out, y'all, there ain't no telling what would have happened because I live alone.
Well, just so you know, Carol, I don't know anybody in the community that actually uses their cane in the house.
Okay. I didn't know that.
No, all of us, we know our house. I walk on my house all the time. So
okay, gotcha.
There's just something we're there every day. We know our way around.
We know our surroundings.
But
we got our time and distance, all that kind of stuff. Yes,
but you know what, Mr. Honestly, I've had people tell me, even my relatives, they're like, "Do you use your cane in the house?" And I'm like, "Seriously?" But for me, that's a learning point. But yeah, I mean, like, really, a cane in my house? But yeah, I mean, it happens. It happens.
Yeah, I mean, they don't know. Just now, like when they come in my. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, again, don't get me wrong. When I first moved into the house, I might have used it for maybe a week. 3-4 days a week. Just till I got, the layout of the house in my head. Once I got it laid out in my head, I'm good. I don't need my cane no more, know. But whenever I hit that front door or whenever I hit that back door, other than go and just sit on my patio, because it's right straight out the door where my table and chairs are. But if I'm doing anything extra in the backyard, I'm taking my cane with me. Front door, back door, whatever. I gotta have my cane once I step out that door. So,
and for me, it's like since I live alone, I let anyone that's visual come in my house. When they come in, I tell them, please don't move anything, and if you move something, let me know. Because they have a tendency. I have my remote controls, on my couch, right to the left at the corner. So when they sit down, if I've moved to another couch, they'll move it and put it on my coffee table. And I won't know that. You see what I'm saying? So I have to direct them to let them know, listen, I'm already turning on the light, for you, because you can't see. But,
Well, it's like me. Like when my wife goes to work at night, she normally leaves the remote, like you said, on the coffee table, so I know where it is. And then she'll text me, "Oh, babe, I forgot to leave it." So there I'm looking around. My dog's like, "What the hell are you doing, Dad?" Yeah. But
the dog
it
probably
happens.
crazy. Yeah.
I mean, again, people don't realize, we become accustomed to knowing where our stuff is. I mean, my family will come into my room, and at a glance, I mean, you think this room is shot out. How did he find anything in there? But you come in there and ask me for something, I can go right to it. Right to it. Or if it's something, beyond where I'm sitting at my desk, I can tell them, okay, it's right there in the vanity in the left cabinet, on the bottom shelf, whatever. I know exactly where everything is. But what I can't get them to do is to understand, when you bring it back, put it back where
you
you
got
got
it.
it from.
In the same place.
I mean, I know guys, folks in the community that love to cook, right? And they got all of their spices and stuff all labeled and marked in their cabinet, yada, yada, yada. And then the rest of this family come in and they want to cook a meal. Now they're going to take stuff out of his spice cabinet and move it over into their spice cabinet. And now when he comes to cook a meal, he can't find the stuff he needs to cook the meal,
Right.
And they're getting mad at him because he's asking them, where's my stuff?
Right.
Oh, and also don't leave stuff, folks. If you have a blind person living with you or relative staying with you, don't leave stuff that you assume that they know what it is. So one real quick, it was winter time, and my wife had bought some little packets. They're like little straws, I guess, of chocolate, real hot chocolate. And so I got it. My wife was at work, and I grabbed it, and I had grabbed it, got it before, but this time for some reason I'm like, it just sounds weird. It just feels weird. I don't know why. And I put my hot water, I put it in the microwave, I put it on the counter, and I was about to open it. And I'm like, you know what? It just feels weird. So I took Be My Eyes, and it was X-Lax. I'm like, oh, Lord have mercy. Imagine where I jumped at.
Oh, my God.
I'm like, what kind of coffee is this? Or chocolate is this? But
wow. I had some visual friends over, and, we were having a little gathering. I have a very big backyard. So they were cooking and going on. And so I go in to get me a plate, not realizing they already had the cabinet door open.
Uh-oh.
So guess what I did? Ooh-wee. And you talking about cussing and fussing. And they just apologizing. And it's like, you don't close the cabinets at your house?
Yeah.
I mean, good grief. When you open the cabinet and pull a plate or a cup out, close it back. I mean, are you 3?
Seriously, they don't realize it's a major, major issue for us.
Oh, my God. Yes.
And, folks, it hurts. Especially when you literally don't see it coming. It hurts.
Oh, yeah. So
because you walk in full force.
But, Carol, real quick, you're talking about the counter the other day, same thing, right? I'm in my restroom, and I'm rushing, actually. So my towel falls on the floor, and I went to grab it, but I'm in the rush. So as I'm going down, boom, hit my head, my forehead. I'm like, what the heck is that? Duh. It's the counter. And my wife was like, what was that?
Me,
exactly.
I just cracked the tile on the counter, baby. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry.
It was the funny when I came out. I was laughing because she's in the kitchen. She heard it all the way over there.
She heard it all the way in there. But that's the force that you don't realize that you're going down with until you hit something. It's like, oh my God, I could have knocked myself out. I need to play for the Cowboys because they need me.
Right.
All right. Well, we are in overtime now. So
well, maybe we'll win except the Cowboys. There you go. Sorry, Carol. Sorry, man.
No, Cowgirls right now.
Okay,
well, no, they hadn't started yet, so I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Sorry.
All right. So, but all right. Well, I guess football season's coming up pretty soon. I don't know. I don't watch football anymore. But anyway, Again, thank y'all for coming out, hanging out with us. Don't forget about our interest group tonight, the support group. That's at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So come on out and hang out with us and learn how to talk to your inner selves. That also, please like, subscribe, share, follow, comment, all that good stuff. It really does help the algorithm, helps us get this information out to even more and more people. So, George, thank you for popping in.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully, you'll be able to hang out with us while Pedro's on vacation.
Yeah.
And then, Carol, as always, I appreciate you, sweetheart.
Appreciate you too, Ed.
Yeah, it's
So,
very cool. Yeah.
everyone else, man, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you back here again tomorrow. Have a great day.